Raise the 3. Fold. And the support one. That's all. Check. That's 4. And a fold. Yeah, 100 anti as well. Yeah, apart from these on this table as well. Yeah, well, I think if it's the right tone, I think it's only not right, it's better. There's a sideline. Raise the 300.
Well, we seem to be, thanks for that, Katie, and to Tower and Jay. Yeah, we were just obviously muted the mic just to make sure that everything was all right. Sorry about that, little Graham. I'm not mentioning that date and name, number again today.
Yeah.
All right?
Straight away.
Straight away.
After.
Absolutely straight away. Yes, we're not mentioning that ever again. That was a weird. So now I'm superstitious now. That's it. I'm going to stop walking on drains and all sorts. Won't be walking under ladders when I'm walking back to the hotel tonight. No, none of that. Excellent. The sound is back. The table's back. We're back. You guys are back. Thanks for sticking with us. A little bit of a... bit of a bug, but we're back now.
So we're on level 2. We've got about 45 minutes left of this session. We're at 100, 100 ante. As Fred's come to the table, just sat down.
Fred Mayer
wakes
from
up,
Liverpool.
Wakes up with ace queen, comes in with a 3-bet. Maybe should be going a little bit bigger here, over an open and a call, around 4x in position, open and a call, goes 3x. It's actually worked out quite nice in this particular scenario because we have flop top pair, top kick up. It's going to be very difficult for us to get any sort of action from either of these holdings. There's 2 quick folds, and Fred takes that one down.
I'm just looking for Fred Mayer's name on the satellite, because he's like the satellite king, is Fred. Now, unless he didn't satellite in last 2 days, so he might have won one before. JC2K3 says, how come it's only 600? There are 2 players not turned up on the feature table from the start, so the chip stacks aren't in play until they actually sit down.
Gully says YouTube's not working yet. We've just got to add all the platforms into it all, and then hopefully we'll be back up again on everything. We're just everything fine on Twitch at the moment, but soon be up again on all platforms. And hopefully,
is your Twitch is working? I can see it right there.
Twitch is fine,
and you're on the Wi-Fi, so it must be good Wi-Fi. Maybe a good old refresh gully math. That's what normally happens. Turn it on and turn it off. How does that even work? And it does. Phil Comben says YouTube is on.
hopefully everything just runs smoothly through to Sunday.
Absolutely. Do they not get blinded in, says Jay? No, they used to back in the day, but you don't need to penalise somebody that buys in pre-tournament. Anthony Cartwright won a satellite seat last night. He finished at 5:30 in the morning and obviously decided that he needed to get back home and have a few hours sleep, and he'll be back sometime today. So you don't get penalised for being an entry.
Yeah, especially with the satellite winners, you don't want to come in and play another, around with the breaks, 12-hour event, assuming you make day 2 after getting 5 hours sleep.
I don't know if anybody still does that. There probably will be somewhere where you get blinded out. Well, if you bought it, definitely somewhere around does it, but not the GUKPT.
These tournaments are so tiring as well. People don't realise you're sitting at a poker table for 10 hours. It don't seem like you're doing much, but in that head, it can be very, very tiring.
Chiesa says the problem's fixed. Good to see, and he's in Italy. So
Jack just had ace queen. Little upgrade to the kings in the cut-off as Fred opens pocket 7s to 600, coming in for the old 6x open here. And
standard in Liverpool. That's why Rolly don't play anymore. It was him that started it.
And Fred 3-bets 2.5x over the 6x open. And Fred going to come along, see if he can snag a 7 on the flop, potentially win a big pot. 9-8-3 2 hearts. Assuming Fred's going to be playing in flow, we want to see Jack continue this board here with the overpair.
Better 1.8 snapped by Fred. Thank you.
Fred, non-believer, going to call once. Interesting to see what he does on brick turns if Jack comes in for a second barrel. Queen of clubs on the turn. Jack 10 does get there, although Fred probably not going to be open up. Jack 10 off to 6x and then peeling the 3-bet, so only really Jack 10 suited that we should be worried about with the kings, and the 9 of diamonds on the river. And got a bet here from Fred, a bet of 4k into 6.9, and we're just not folding here as Jack with the kings. Guess he can plausibly had 9 after calling flop and then lead in river. But it
he
comes
has to
down.
call this, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's not folding over here, Tower. And there's the kings, and he's going to take that one down. And Fred losing around 7.5k that hand. 75 big blinds.
Afternoon, Cole. Cole Bellis watching the live stream. You can't make it through yesterday.
Did he get a seat?
Did he get? I don't think you know. I didn't see his name on the list from last night.
Bobby got a seat?
Yes. Bobby got a seat. Bobby's not missed this week. Good to see Carl in the building last few days. Carl says check your phone. It's on charge. He found a charger.
I just sent him a message on WhatsApp.
He's replied that your phone's on charge. No. Who is going to take this down, and why is it? And why is it Dan Charlton? Delirious bacon. Dan Charlton made it through with a nice stack yesterday. Good to see him making day two. I'd love Dan to make a really deep run, get on the final table. I got invited to go and watch the old Macclesfield Town as well. You're gonna have to come for a game. We're only in tier 9. He's a top lad, his old Dan Charlton. Yeah, he might not be playing Goliath. Nah, he has to be back. He decided to take a swim. I don't know if anybody ever knew it was. If there's one person that would jump in to the fountain at the Ricoh Arena in Coventry, it'd be Dan.
He wanted to
And he did.
the step.
It'd be Dan. Oh dear. Going to see the first game of the season tonight, the Coppa Italia. What team is it, Chiesa? Big football starts this weekend. First game of the football season for the Premier League starts tonight. Brentford versus Arsenal. Big game in town tomorrow. Man United versus Leeds. I'm guessing the club will be absolutely rammed at 12 o'clock, ready for the start of the football season. Oh yeah, the CBS, sorry. But when Dan Charlton tried to swim in the fountain at Coventry, it was called the Ricoh Arena. So I think it was the fact he tried to strip off and go for the swim that didn't help.
Who said that?
Swifty. Aye, the CBS Arena. No, it's the CBS Stadium actually. The Chef Brad Simpson Arena. Oh dear. Can't believe that was instantly came up with last night. No. Oi, bit of action here.
Yeah, Jack opening under the gun with the aces. Flat from Cliff, and Nicholas comes in with a 3-bet to 1.4k. Jack been fairly active, so this is fine with the ace queen. I know we've run into it here, but perfectly fine to 3-bet this hand. Sizing fine as well. But unfortunately for us, we've run into the top end of it. Jack sitting there with the boots under the gun, and looks like that's 4-bet chips coming in. Don't need to go no more than like 3.2k here, 4-bet sizing wise, but he's gone fairly hefty, 3x 4-bet. Nicholas now, it's a 4-bet to 43 big blinds, which at this stage is a lot, so we'll be wary. could potentially even just get away from this and make the hero fold. Is Jack going to really be 4-bet bluffing at this stage of the tournament? Is he going to 4-bet ace jack here? Probably not. So if I'm Nicholas here, just sort of come to the decision that Jack's opened under the gun, we 3-bet him, and then he's 4-bet us. So he's just showing such strength, and it's a good fold there from the ace queen. And Jack going to take that one with the aces.
Fiorentina versus Cosenza. I'm guessing Fiorentina are still in the Serie A, are they? Gotta be.
Yeah.
Not too sure Cosenza will be in Serie A, but it's been postponed. Oh no. Ah. Playing Cosenza.
I've never heard of Cosenza.
No. Don't know much about them.
It's a cup game.
To be fair,
so
Fiorentina are 1-20.
Yeah, they must be like 3rd division in Italy or something. I've never heard of them, but maybe even.
Will you put a full team out? Playing somebody from a low division? I think you should. Aye, Rich, well done yesterday. Well done, Mr. Keller, making it through as chip leader yesterday, well done.
We have Rich Keller in the chat.
Chip leader overnight. 167?
More than that, Tower, I think.
More, 197?
Yeah, I think it's 190 something. So blind on blind, 9-6, beat the king queen. Top pair for Jack. Going to come in for a bet, and Fred just can't continue with the 9-6 here. Gets out of the way.
Straight snap fold. Gully maths off to Valley Parade. First time in 18 months. Nearly 20,000 for a League 2 game. Wow. Yeah, Bradford City have always had great support no matter what league they've been in. Been to Valley Parade a few times with Rotherham United. Sat in the corner. I remember winning one year 2-1 when we scored in 89th and 93rd minute. Oh, it was amazing.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been at Valley Parade a few times. Back in the day when I used to watch your Rotherham. So Exie comes to the table in seat 4.
Jack 5 deuce, 2 diamonds. Top pair for Cliff here. I like this check behind here from Cliff, especially blind on blind. Opponent's going to have so many hands that we've just got near drawing dead, and just for the deception factor, check our top pair. Haven't really got a kicker with it, and try and induce some bluffs out of our opponent or go for value on later streets. But he's gone for the unorthodox raise on the turn with second pair, and gets Jack out of the way. Jack was drawing dead, but takes the pot.
Gully Mafford to the New York Stadium. Yeah. They used to be Premier League. I think they did, didn't they, Bradford? Bradford City spent a season in the Premier League.
Yeah.
I do think they did.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, up and down. So hard for a small club to stay in the Premier League.
It is.
Which is why somebody like Bournemouth was a great achievement, you know. Like 12,000 home fans, and they stayed in the Premier League for like five years. Oi, oi, Karen. How are you? Good to see you in London. And the Mr. Celebrating Mr. Aero's birthday. Hope things are good. It was great to see you. And Dan Oliver is off to St James's Park on Sunday for me. Now, is that Newcastle or Exeter? Because they both play at St James's Park.
That's true. That's true.
You'll have to clarify, Dan.
Can't remember Bradford being in Premier League. Must have been years ago. 90s sometime. I was probably in nappies.
Nice flop for Adam. And a snap flop. Afternoon, JJ. How did the Omaha go, my friend? Always seems to cash in London. Does JJ when they have an Omaha tournament. 2 seasons in the Premier League, and then administration afterwards, trying to keep up with the big boys. It's so tough. So tough. Moved house. Just get somebody else to do it. I don't know. Removal firms. That's what you're paying for. Sean Hanley on Facebook watching Fred. Fred Mayer from Liverpool. He's a top lad, old Fred. Played the GUKPT for years. I think he final table Blackpool. Back in the day, did old Fred. Carl Bellish knows where it's at. He's got a £5 free bet tomorrow for Towers Treble, ready to go. Be on form later, pal. Be on form tomorrow, let me tell you. Nice flop for Exie. She comes to the table and just flops a set. We're not going to get any action out of Fred.
Oh, Fred's gonna.
Oh, don't need to king Fred, because this could be it.
I'm gonna have to check the set here now, as and Fred didn't choose the bluff. King high after could have credibly repped an ace there for a will, but chose to just call on the turn, see if he could hit one of his overs. But
yeah, you repped the ace there. It's a tough decision, isn't it, Flexi?
Yeah, very, very tough decision, even with a set.
Yeah, Dan. Dan, it is Newcastle. How are the Toon going to do this year? 17th? Is 17th good?
Got to give a shout out to one of my good pals, Mr. Bondi, sitting on a beach in Sicily with his daughter, watching the live stream, and it's 44 degrees there.
44?
44?
Jesus! That's warm.
I don't think I could hack that kind of heat.
44. See, I've been in Vegas when it's that hot, but it's such a dry heat because you're in the middle of the desert, you don't really feel it. It's just hot. 44, wow, that's some going. Watching the stream, good on you. Aye, the Gilbo. Rick. I think Rick were on holiday as well, I didn't notice. Rick Gilbert from Blackers, I think he's like part of the Fleetwood mob now. He goes and all the corporates at Fleetwood Town these days.
So Cliff going to raise here with the A6 at absolute airballing. No equity to a draw, just ace high. And Exie makes the call with King 10. And looks like Cliff's going to try and fire again here. And the thing is, Cliff's check back flop here, so it's very hard for him to credibly rep a queen, unless he's come in for a check back with some Queen X. But Exie may pay this one off for that simple reason. It comes down to Cliff checking back flop and then suddenly just raising the turn, like he's repping very thin hands that raise turn. Even if he's got a Queen X, I doubt he's then going to raise turn, he'll just call. So maybe repping sets of queens, sets of sevens here that have rivered boats. A very, very thin value range of hands that Cliff can potentially have here. So if I'm Exy, I think we've got to pay this one off, and does pay it off. Good call from the lady in seat 4. Makes the right decision. It's just when you're running these sort of bluffs, you've always got to be thinking about how we've played the hand. Can we credibly rep the queen here? Takes a nice little one after just coming to the table.
Is Tony Bloom still involved at Brighton? I'm guessing he has. Yeah, he still owns a lot, doesn't he, in Brighton? Tony Bloom?
I think he does.
Be good to see him on the back of the. It'd be really good to see him back of the game.
He played the grand final a couple of years ago, didn't he? I remember. I'm sure he did.
Yeah, he played a lot of poker on TV. Did Tony Bloom? Did we miss the damage to Fred? Just been playing every hand, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's a couple of unorthodox plays, but Fred obviously have his reasons for doing what he's doing. There was a hand he just caught with 2 overs. There was another one where he got a bit tricky. Just called it off with what was ace 10 on queen 10, and his opponent did have the goods.
Yeah, definitely a steady decline, old Fred.
So just over 15 minutes left of the first session of the day. When we come back, there will be a new featured table. So we'll have some new names for you guys at home. So Exy here, King Jack suited on the button, makes it 300 to go. Easy defending the big with a Jack 10 off. See a King 9-3 rainbow flop. So Exy here, King Jack suited. So going to continue here with a top pair, about 200. Fred not going to be going nowhere, getting 4-1 on the call with a gut shot. Bingo on the turn.
Boom, the Queen of Hearts.
So spins the nuts on the turn. Fred is going to love that turn card, and Exy does have a straight draw now to go with her top pair, but Fred just snap raises her, clicks it back. 500 to a K, so just a min click, and Exy getting this price and top pair with a straight draw as well. Not going to fold for another 500, but the decision's going to come on the river here, and this could actually be a very good river card for her. It means we could potentially get away from it. Fred moves all in, 4.4k into 3.2, so he's gone just around pot and a half here on the river, so big over bet from him, and going to be hard for Exy to find the call with this ace rolling off. We've now just got second pair, and what kind of hands is Fred actually going to bluff here? Is he just going to run a random airball? Good fold from her in seat 4. She's made every correct decision so far since she sat down. She'll be happy watching it back.
We think everything's back with the Twitch now, so if Kaiser just wants to try a quick refresh, I know you'll lose the do you still lose the old chat if you have a refresh on Twitch?
No, it stays now. It
Does
stays
it?
now, yeah.
Oh, they've got up with the
Yeah,
times, have they?
Up with the times.
Open it and open it again. See, you shut it down, you open it up again. Yeah, a few gremlins on this day.
So Adam got an easy open here on the button with the Queen 10 of clubs. And it looks like it's raise and take, no action for him.
Yeah, I'm sure the internet's Grosvenor's fault. Some yes, unfortunately, whatever it is, guys,